Stop. Don't move. Don't rush, because the moment right before he enters you, that second holds more power than you can imagine. And if you know how to use it, he'll never forget you. Not in his body, not in his bones, not even during the quiet hours when he misses something he can't name. This isn't about seduction. It's about energy, intention, and presence, the kind that touches a man deeply. If you think intimacy is only about touch, you've missed the real secret. Because what happens right before the moment shapes everything that comes after. This is how you awaken him before he even lays a finger on you. Before any motion starts, there's a stillness, an electric, silent pause. And in that pause, more power lives than in all the movement that follows. In that space, your eyes become everything. Look at him. Truly look. Not at the surface, not just at his body. Look past it, past the heat. Look into him. Let your eyes speak before your body ever does. When you hold his gaze without looking away, you're saying something he doesn't often hear. You're telling him without words, I'm not afraid of closeness. I'm not afraid of truth. I'm not afraid of you. And in that brave gaze, something happens inside him, something that doesn't happen often. He feels seen. Men walk through life hiding behind armor, pride, pressure, want, fear. They walk into rooms trying to be strong, trying to hide the parts that hurt. But when a woman meets his eyes and doesn't look away, it shakes something in him, because in that moment, there's no place for ego, no place to act. Just raw, open truth. You've made space for him, and in that space, he feels chosen. Your eyes become a reflection, and he sees a version of himself he may have forgotten, a man who matters. You're not staring to dominate, you're holding space. A space where no pretending is needed. A space where he's not just entering your body, but stepping into your energy, your soul. Your eyes say, this isn't performance. This isn't a trade. This is sacred. And I'm fully aware of what I'm inviting in. That kind of knowing, that kind of calm confidence is what grips a man. It's not about being sexy in the usual way. It's not about batting lashes or getting the angles right. It's about being completely real and not hiding, even if your heart is racing, even if desire is rushing through you like fire. Don't break the gaze. Because when you hold it, you claim the moment. You tell him, without saying a word, you may be the one moving, but I'm the one guiding how deep this goes. That's power. Quiet power. And here's the beauty of it. It's not control. It's not a game. It's not manipulation. It's something deeper. It's sovereignty. The steady power of a woman who knows her body, trusts her heart, and isn't looking for approval. And when he sees that, when he realizes you're not seeking permission or playing a role, it takes him off guard. It humbles him. It even stays with him long after, because men are often taught that sex is about chasing, about winning. But what happens when the woman he's with doesn't need to be won? What happens when she already knows her worth, already carries her power, already stands whole? That's when he shivers, not out of fear, but from awe, from deep respect. And this isn't just about him. This is about you too. You being in your truth, you not shrinking, you not looking away, you standing tall in this moment because you deserve to be fully met. Your gaze says, this isn't about being taken, this is about us choosing each other. And that changes everything. Most people move through physical moments disconnected from themselves, disconnected from their partner, disconnected from what the moment really means. But when you lock eyes, without flinching, Without running, something changes. You're choosing connection. You're choosing honesty. You're silently asking, can you meet me here? And when he meets that gaze, when he doesn't look away, something old wakes up in both of you. Something ancient, something raw and tender. So don't underestimate this act. Don't overlook it. It's not just a look. It's not just a second. It's the door, the beginning of something much deeper than just touch. You could be completely bare, physically open, but if your eyes are guarded, if you're not really there, he'll sense it. But if your eyes are clear, open, steady, he'll feel that too. And it will move him. Let your eyes be the first place he enters. Let them speak the truth your body already knows. That this moment matters, that you are here, that you are not afraid. And in doing that, you give him something rare. Something most men never even knew they were longing for. A woman who sees herself first and still chooses to see him. That kind of look, that kind of presence, it shakes a man, it holds him, it stays in his memory longer than anything else. Even before your bodies move in rhythm, there's your breath. And most people don't even notice it. They breathe without thinking. Shallow, quick, distracted. But not you. Not if you truly understand the weight of this moment. Because the way you breathe just before he enters isn't just breath, it's a message, a silent rhythm, a soft but certain signal that says, I'm here, I'm steady, I'm in control, not of him, but of yourself. And that energy, it shifts everything. Picture it. He's right there. That second hangs in the air, heavy with tension, thick with need. And without realizing it, he's watching you, waiting for a sign. And when he feels your breath, slow, deep, calm, it grounds him, it slows him too. Because now he knows this isn't just happening to you, you're choosing it. You're engaged, you're present. And when a man feels that calm strength inside a woman, it softens him. It roots him. He feels safe to let go of the act, to meet you as he is. Because your breath has spoken. And what it says is this isn't just an experience, this is a meeting of two truths. And in that meeting, everything else begins. It means you're powerful. It means you're the center of the storm, not lost in it. A shallow breath shows fear, doubt, or the urge to escape. But a deep breath, one that starts low in your belly and rises through your chest like a slow wave, tells a completely different story. That breath says, I'm not waiting to be taken. I'm choosing what I want, and I'm doing it with full awareness. And when your breath slows, you slow everything. You stretch time. You open the door to something more than just bodies moving together. Because let's be honest, anyone can have sex, anyone can follow a rhythm, but not everyone can feel. Not everyone knows how to be emotionally bare. But your breath is the doorway to that kind of openness. It calms your body, softens your heart, and he feels it. Even if he doesn't fully understand what he's feeling, he senses it. And here's what matters. Your breath leads him, whether he realizes it or not. His rhythm follows yours. If you hold your breath, he tenses. If you rush, he speeds up. But if you breathe deeply, slowly, with quiet confidence, you invite him into your pace. You pull him into your rhythm. You don't just react to what's happening, you guide it. Your breath becomes a kind of silent music. And his body starts to follow your tune. There's something beautifully feminine in that. Not in a soft, fragile way, but like the ocean, strong, wild, ancient. When you breathe like you're in command of the storm, you become the storm. You become the force, not through chaos, but through gravity. And he gives in to that pull. Not because he's weak, but because that kind of steady presence is rare and he craves it without even knowing. Maybe he's never felt that kind of energy before. Maybe he's only known fast, surface level moments. But with you, in that breath-filled space, he feels something new. He feels invited, not just into your body, but into something human, something sacred, something real. This isn't about acting calm. It's about coming back to your center. Even if your heart is pounding, it's about letting go of pressure, of performance. It's about feeling, not forcing. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Let your ribs expand. Let your shoulders drop. Let your face soften. Then exhale, like you're releasing shame, fear, judgment, and old expectations. Let the breath be more than just air. Let it be a ritual, a quiet message that says, I'm not hiding, I'm not rushing, I'm not disappearing, I'm here. And he'll feel that. He'll feel that he's not just stepping into your body, he's stepping into a space you've prepared with awareness. And that changes everything. Because when a woman leads with her breath, she leads with intention. She makes the space feel safe, not just for him, but for herself too. She lets the moment become what it was always meant to be, real, alive, meaningful, not mechanical, not mindless. So don't dismiss your breath. Don't forget its power. Let it ground you, guide you, open you. Breathe like the storm is yours, like even the thunder listens to you. And when he comes close into you, through you, he won't just feel your skin, he'll feel your soul. He'll feel a kind of energy he didn't even realize he was missing. All because you breathe like the woman you really are, fully grounded, fully here, fully alive. The moment before he enters isn't just about anticipation. It's a kind of quiet communication on a level most people never reach. This isn't the time for clever lines or pretending. This is the time for truth. And in that truth, your voice becomes something more than just sound. It becomes a bridge from your body to his heart. When you whisper in that moment, let it mean something. Don't just say something to be sexy. Say something that's real. Because even though his body wants the physical, his soul is listening too, even if he doesn't realize it. Don't speak just to turn him on. Speak to wake him up. There's a big difference between words that excite and words that go deeper, words that stir something inside. Sure, a soft moan can be powerful, but a well-timed whisper, spoken from your truth, can stop time. That breath against his ear, those words from your chest, they carry something ancient, something unforgettable. Maybe it's a sentence, a confession, a desire, something only you could say because it comes from your knowing. Think about it. Most people come into intimacy full of pressure, full of noise in their heads. But when you speak from your heart, with words that carry meaning, you cut through all that. You touch the part of him that's tired of pretending. You don't just touch his body, you touch the parts of him that long to be seen. You bypass the mask and go straight to what's underneath. That is power, real feminine power. You could whisper, I've never felt this safe before. Or take your time, I want to feel everything. Or maybe just, you don't have to be anything but you right now. It doesn't have to sound perfect. It just has to be honest, real, said from where you are in the moment. Because the second he hears your voice carry truth, he becomes present. He drops the act. He stops thinking so hard. He sinks into the moment with you in a way he maybe never has. And don't underestimate what that does to a man. Or to you. That whisper isn't just for him. It's for you too. It's a statement about how you're choosing to show up. A quiet declaration. This isn't just sex. This is me showing up with my truth. And when a woman whispers her truth in a moment the world has trained her to be quiet, something shifts. In both of you, you stop playing roles. You stop following a script. You create a new rhythm. One that's emotional, grounded, real. That rhythm becomes the foundation for everything that comes after. Your whisper sets the tone. This isn't about finishing, this is about connecting. This isn't just about pleasure, it's about closeness. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more honest your whisper, the more electric it becomes. Because the most arousing thing in the world is being seen. The most irresistible thing is truth. He hears it in his ears, he feels it in his chest, it stays, it lingers, it echoes even after everything is over. Those words replay in his mind again and again, not because they were wild, but because they were true. So take a breath, get still. Find that part of you that knows what you truly need to say. Not what sounds impressive, not what you think he wants to hear, but what your soul wants to let go of in that moment. Say it gently, close to his ear or right against his lips. Let it be your gift, your truth, your quiet spell. Because when you whisper something that's not just hot, but honest and full of soul, you don't just excite his body, you invite his heart. You call out his depth. And that, more than anything, is what makes man truly tremble. Not just because you aroused him, but because you touched the real parts of him. You brought him home to himself. And in a world full of noise, that kind of whisper stays. It becomes a memory he holds on to. Right before he enters you, your touch holds more meaning than anything else. And even though every part of you might be pulled to reach for his chest, his hips, the heat of his body, there is something powerful about holding back. There's something deeper when you touch the place most people ignore. His face. Yes, his face. The space where the boy he once was and the man he's still becoming live side by side. The place where strength hides softness and where feelings often sit beneath the surface. When you reach for his face instead of his body, you're not just touching skin, you're touching something personal, something real. That one small gesture, your hand on his cheek, slows everything down. In the middle of desire and tension, that kind of touch is grounding. It tells him, I'm not here to take something from you. I'm not here to be taken either. I'm here to meet you fully. What your fingers say in that quiet moment speaks louder than any words. It's a soft form of devotion. It's the kind of reverence that tells him, I see you. Most men aren't touched like that. They're touched with urgency, with hunger, with need, but rarely with kindness that sees their humanity. So when you cup his face, run your thumb over his lips, or trace the curve of his brow, you're stepping into a space few people are ever invited into. It softens him, not because he's weak, but because something real just walked in. You're not just offering your body, you're offering something bigger. You're offering acceptance. And he might freeze, not because he's unsure, but because he's surprised. Because all of a sudden, the energy shifts. It's no longer just about what's happening physically. It's about what's happening between your souls. Your touch becomes a calm in the storm. It gives the moment meaning. And what he feels in that instant is not just desire, it's value, it's belonging. By choosing to touch his face and not his body, you're saying you see all of him. You're not using him for pleasure or trying to impress. You're meeting him as a full human. You're telling him, I'm not scared of your truth. I'm not scared to get close to what's real. Because his face is where he hides and where he shows. It's where emotion waits quietly and where it sometimes slips through without warning when you reach for him there. With steady hands and a quiet heart, it cuts through his walls. And it affects you too. That kind of touch slows you down. It opens something in you. It reminds you that you don't have to pretend, that you're not here to live up to an idea. You're here to experience something honest. Your fingers become something sacred. You're saying, I'm not here for surface level moments. I'm here to feel this. I'm here to meet you. That shift in intention, that choice to lead with presence instead of performance changes everything. Even in the middle of desire, even when you're aching for him, your hand on his face transforms the moment. You become more than a lover, you become a mirror. a mirror that reflects back to him all the parts of himself he rarely lets anyone see. You show him he's not just a body, not just a source of pleasure. He's a man and he is wanted, all of him. And maybe he hasn't felt that in a long time, maybe never, but he'll remember it. Long after the pleasure fades, long after the tension melts, he'll remember the stillness. He'll remember your hand on his face. So touch him there, not to tempt, but to connect, not to tease, but to anchor, not to lead him away, but to bring him home. That kind of touch shifts everything. It changes the energy. It stops the noise. And in a world full of fast, shallow, disconnected intimacy, that one quiet moment feels like thunder. It stays. It becomes the reason he trembles. Surrender. It's a word that's often misunderstood, especially during intimacy. So many think it means giving up, being small, losing power. But true surrender in the presence of a man you want isn't about weakness. It's about becoming bigger. It's about opening body, mind, and soul while still standing strong in who you are.